Hi you all, it's Jerusha coming to you today on Saturday, July 15th, 2017. I got a comment video request recently from a newish viewer, I believe, has commented several times on some of my or recently at least, maybe on my older videos, but more recently commented. Their name is Light Being. And so they just asked, do your dreadlocks and dreadlock journey have any symbolism or deep meaning in ways other than just having a hairstyle itself? Like, for example, spiritually or anything else that's special to you. Blessings to you and your family always. Well, Light Being, I don't have much to say about this one, actually. It is the way it looks, and it has to do with that, really, where it started out for me. And I guess, like I mentioned in a previous video, it has to do with having like a wild, primitive quality to seeing someone that has the dreadlocks and it looking carefree in some way for them. Not always for me the way it looks, but I did see someone about maybe before I got my dreadlocks. I saw someone maybe like May of 2016 at a park, and it was a Caucasian woman, and she had very, very blonde, like platinum blonde dreadlocks. And she told me about the extensions that she had in there, and also her hair was also naturally, like she had dreaded her own hair. So got me thinking about it again, because I had dreadlocks about 10 years before that and taken them out. I was using the Dreadhead HQ package, and I actually was using the wax at that time. Anyway, so my roots weren't dreading, and it was just not looking great. I think partly because the hair coloring that I had used before was henna, and I could not really use that on dreadlocks because it's like the thick, grainy stuff that you mix up with vinegar to get it to adhere to your hair and color your hair. And so I've been doing that for a few years before I got my dreadlocks. I did not feel safe putting henna in my hair again to like refresh the color. So my roots were growing out, my natural dark, like medium brown color, and they weren't dreading. So it was not looking very good in my mind. And also that I was really kind of frustrated with, I didn't know what to do about getting my roots to dread. So anyway, I'm glad that I did it again. And I thought about it quite a bit before I did. So yeah, it really does have to do with, it doesn't have to do with spiritual. The most I would say about the spiritual aspect for me is that it's like being human, learning about being human, and using, I'm not even gonna say more natural products, actually. It's not even about natural products. It's about experimenting with what happens to my hair when I do something different with it. It is a hairstyle, and it's also a different way of approaching my hair maintenance. And it's not like I hated going for haircuts. I had long hair, and I would definitely get it cut every like 2 or 3 months because I wanted it layered. I didn't want it to feel really heavy. And so I was really good about going and getting my haircuts regularly, but I wanted long hair. I wanted it to be comfortable. And so it wasn't like I wanted to get away from having to get my hair cut. It was just that I thought I wanted a hairstyle that looked different. And it didn't matter to me whether or not I needed maintenance from a professional, as long as I liked the person. And so I did make sure that I found someone that I liked and wouldn't mind making appointments with, to spend time with, because I knew, well, I kind of figured, I really committed myself to, I'm gonna need to go get maintenance regularly on this dreadlock hairstyle. And then met Debbie, talked to her, spent a lot of time with her, creating the dreadlocks and talking about them, and then realized about 3 months later after I got them that I didn't need her to do my maintenance. At least not then. I haven't had maintenance since September of 2016 by a professional, by another person. Anyway, so it's not really a spiritual thing for me, except for learning about what it is to be human, and I'm interested in it. I'm interested in what's going on here. I mean, I did go and get these extensions. I put them in myself. I made them from human hair. So I saw that also as an opportunity to learn about being human, because this person's hair that I got is very different from my own. A lot more coarse and probably Asian. Before I bought it, you know, they probably stripped off the cuticle. So I guess I would say that also is an experience with being human, because it's another human's hair that's on me. And I compare, you know, the way it feels. Like this one is my own dreadlock. This is my own completely, I didn't put an extension in it, and the way it feels here is very, very soft and fine. And this dreadlock is really soft. And then the other hair that's from the extension that I made the human hair extensions with is like from here down, and the way it feels at the ends, it's a lot more coarse, and I need to use quite a bit of the Dollylocks conditioning oil, which is a lot of, well, a few different oils, but mainly the first ingredient is coconut oil, and then they use a few other oils in there. So when I do that, depending on when I do it, it doesn't make my hair much softer. Seems like there's some special aspect of making it, applying it. I'm thinking about whether or not it means like I'm applying it when my hair is damp, how much or how often I'm applying it. I'm not sure. I still haven't gotten it down. Kind of like midlife dread, like she started to every day spray with rose water with a little bit of the Dollylocks conditioning oil mixed in with rose water. So, and I was just watching some videos again, older videos by Yanni, the lockologist, and she's saying half and half. Half rose water, the kind that's by Heritage Store brand. It's very basic, but you'll see it on Amazon and in some natural food stores. So that rose water, and she says that it's a chemical change that happens with rose water that makes it different than regular water. So it will mix better with oil. And she says half rose water, half vitamin E oil. Hair grade vitamin E oil. So I'm thinking that means not anything mixed with the vitamin E oil, but I'm having trouble figuring out, well, how to buy it on Amazon. She said at a beauty supply store, but a lot of times it has other things mixed with it. And in Amazon, it's not telling me all the ingredients. So I don't know whether you know, she said it's really cheap. Yanni, you can get both items really cheap. So anyway, she says mix half and half together to spray on, and she's talking about African hair or black, you know, textured hair. So I don't know what she would say for me or even midlife dread. So I have rose water at home back in Portland. I don't have it here, and I don't have the vitamin E oil, so I am not sure. Plus, I'm not sure if I should put that much vitamin E with the rose water if I were to spray it on my hair. But like I was starting to say, is like my hair gets really fine and soft, even the extension hair, if I use the conditioning oil, I don't know, some amount or some frequency or something. So it's possible that spraying it with something that would mix with that conditioning oil might help. I don't know though. So maybe it's just it's frequency as well, probably. So anyway, I'm still working that out. Not about spirituality. It's about the way it looks, and it's about the way it feels, and it's about the experience of having the dreadlocks on my hair, and having that. So, yeah, I think that if I'm gonna make something spiritual out of it, well, or think about it like in terms of my spirituality, I guess I would say it's about being human. And for me, spirituality has to do with being human, the human condition, things that we experience in our lives, and also mixing that with like the bigger picture of being human and living. So I guess that's what I would say. I guess if someone were to like debate whether it's really spiritual or whether it's something else, psychology even, I don't know. I guess I'm not all that well versed in it. So that's what I had to say, and take care. I will see you all again soon. Hopefully I will make another video soon.